Maria. D-E Maria.
D-E Maria. Hey, welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Our next guest is worried about your heart health on this Valentine's Day. Welcome, natural health doctor and chiropractor Dr. Bob DeMaria. I said it wrong.
That's okay. You did fine. That's awesome. We are here together.
Yeah. Who has written his own trans fat survival guide? Look at that. Your own book. You have several books out, right, Dr. Bob?
Yeah, we've been really blessed.
I don't know your last name because I always call you Dr. Bob. We're like this.
I think that's what happens to most people. It's Di Maria, nice Italian name. You know the Mediterranean diet is one of the most healthiest diets on the planet.
Really?
Olive oil.
Okay.
Pasta vazoo.
Now you're talking. All right.
We have a very serious
fire extinguisher and corn pop. So where do we start?
This is a very serious topic, and I think a lot of people have a lot of misinformation. So we're going to give some chemistry basics.
Okay.
Oil. Cell membranes are made up of C-shaped fat molecules.
Okay.
When they created trans fat back in the 1800s, the vegetable oils that they heated that did not have cholesterol in it because it came from a vegetable source, but when they heated the molecules, it became T-shaped. C's and T's don't interlock in the human body. So what happens is, this is what causes pain, because see, trans fat can cause pain, ADHD, depression, possibly dementia, Alzheimer's. But what the real challenge today is, back in the 2005, there was a rule by the government that said if a product had 1/2 gram of trans fat or less per serving, they could put on the label 0 grams trans
See, when
fat.
I see that, I'm like, oh, that's good. It's
healthy.
somewhat healthy.
But we want our viewing audience, because we have a smart audience, to start looking. They flip over and they look at the nutrition facts, and they'll see on here, it'll say 0 grams trans fat.
It does.
But when you go down into the ingredients, it's going to say partially hydrogenated oils. But when you look at this itself, you can eat some of these. But what happens is every day people eat trans fat. And a lot of people want to say, well, Dr. Bob, what's the challenge with trans fat?
Yeah.
Trans fat causes inflammation in the body. It's
Okay.
fiber. So that's one of the reasons that we have heart disease by eating trans fat that was originally designed to be the good boy.
Okay.
But it ended up being more of a problem. So I encourage our patients to take at least a tablespoon of flax oil
Just
per day.
should we chase it with something?
You put on your salad, you can take it straight up. So this flax oil is this in your body.
A fire extinguisher.
A fire extinguisher puts the fire out. Trans fat causes the fire.
I totally get it now.
So,
Seriously, like I love the way you explain this.
then if you have a child, we have Kellogg's Pops. And I'm not against any cereals. I just went to the grocery store, incognito, big nose, mustache, hat on. Because God forbid they find Dr. Bob in the grocery store. But if you look at this really close right here, it says 0 grams trans fat in the front label, all right?
Okay.
But when you flip it over to the side, once again, what do you see? Partially hydrogenated oils. Okay,
Big
how
words.
big it is. But they're duping us. Partially hydrogenated oils. The same thing with the Cheetos. Now here is something, about a week or two ago, what did we have in America? We had the red, was it the red?
The red for women.
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And we're concerned today because women have heart disease.
Yeah, right, and it's gone up.
And in 1998, some time ago, they released a study that said if a woman has 1 gram of trans fat or more per day, it increases her potential to have heart disease by 20%.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Guess how many grams of trans fat are in 1 cookie?
I'm going to guess 2.
1 gram of trans fat per cookie. So that means if you eat these 10 cookies,
Which I would never stop at 1.
of course you would not, your chances of increasing your potential, I'm saying this very diplomatically, it's all over time. So you can eat that, it's not going to bother you, that's not going to bother you, but you do it day
Over
in
time,
and day
we're
out,
talking about years,
5 or
months.
10 years. We have the ability that you could take a finger stick of someone's blood from their little finger, we send it to a lab in Georgia, and they'll tell us exactly how much trans fat you have in your body.
Really?
Yes, it's pretty amazing. So this is Crisco. Once again, we have nothing against Crisco, we're just talking about a label. What does it say on this label right here? If you have your trifocals on, I can give you my glasses if you like.
0 trans fat per serving.
Per serving. Just love that word. Okay. Yes. We are so duped. But if you look really close in here, what's it say? Partially hydrogenated oils. thank you, Jesus, we don't have to say it in Spanish, okay? Partially hydrogenated oils.
Yes.
So I'm not saying you shouldn't use Crisco.
Okay.
I am saying that diplomatically. We just want everybody to have an awareness. If something says 0 grams trans fat on it, you always look at the side label. The side label says partially hydrogenated oils. That tells me that it has it as a part of the ingredients.
Okay, what if it is too late for some of us?
It's never too late.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're now learning this, so how do we start? Yeah, we can cut back by eating 1 or 0 cookies or things like that, but is there something we should be doing besides taking the flax oil?
You would take the flax oil, just start to minimize trans fat, become label savvy. When you go to a restaurant, ask them if they use trans fat in their cooking. You know, New York City has eliminated trans fat from restaurants. California has done the same. Even in Cleveland, we've tried to do that. We've had some challenges with that. That's one of the reasons that I'm going to give you this book to read. This will help you. Dr. Bob's Trans Fat Survival Guide.
And Dr. Bob is also going to be at the mustard seed. Tell us about that quickly.
I'm going to be at the mustard seed the next 2 Tuesdays. You can go to the website. It's going to have the information. And we'll make a difference in everybody's life.
Fabulous.
Hope to see everybody there.
Yes, Dr. Bob, always good to see you. We always learn something.
Thank you so much.
Blow it up.
Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, you too. Our conversation about your heart health continues in just a bit. Coming up, Heart Smart Cookies. We'll be right back.
Fabulous.